Merry meet, everyone. This is Houston. I've been seeing this tag go around YouTube a lot lately, and I wanted to give my perspective to it, I guess you could say. Today I wanted to do the intuitive tag. I first saw this tag by Ava on Ava's Houses, on her channel, Ava's House of Spirits. Great channel, and I'll actually post the link below to that video, so you can watch her responses as well. I do believe it's kind of a long tag, but it's not bad. It's got 15 questions. Yeah, let's start. Question number 1. What was your first paranormal experience? And actually I had to think about this before I got on, before I recorded, but I think my first paranormal experience was when I was little. I was living with my parents, of course. I don't remember what age. I think maybe like 8 or 9, or between 7 and 9. I'll do it that way, it's a different period. But it was late one night, I was going to bed, and we always, even still, my parents have a nightlight in the hallway, just in case that one of us, if we're staying over, one of us needs to go to the bathroom, we don't trip on anything in the hallway. But we had the nightlight on, and I had my door open, and everyone was asleep, and I was just dozing off to sleep. But I turned over and looked out, like my bed's on one side of the room, and across my bed I could actually look out my door and see the hallway. So I looked over and I saw the shadow walk down, like it was walking in front of the nightlight. I didn't hear anything, but I saw the shadow, and it stopped right before my door, and I felt it like it peeked in, and then it kind of went away. I wasn't scared to an extent, because I didn't feel threatened or anything. I was half asleep anyway, and I think after that I just dozed off to sleep. I told my mom about it. She said, "Oh, that's just who did she say it was? Great-grandpa, her grandfather, or my grandmother." I don't remember at the time which one she said, but it was one of the two. She said, "Oh, they're just one of them. They just wanted to come in and check on you." I also remember another one. I was still young, and it was another nighttime experience. I was getting ready for bed. I wasn't in bed yet, but I was getting ready for bed. I turned my lights off, and I went to go get in my bed and pull the covers up on me and all that jazz, and all of a sudden, at the end of my bed, it looked like someone sat down, and it felt like someone sat down. And there was like an indention in the bed, like someone sat down. Kind of freaked me out at first, but my mom always said that when something like that happens, then it's kind of like your guardian angels here to visit you. But when she said guardian angels, she said it was my grandmother or my grandfather. I think at that time it was my grandmother. Just what she said. She said it was just me, Ma, coming in to make sure you're okay and to see you off to sleep. I didn't feel anything bad from it. I didn't get that scared feeling. I felt comforted. So yeah, those are my first experiences. Question number 2: have you ever had any premonitions? I have. I remember when I was in kindergarten, I had a hard time, well, not really a hard time. I remember in kindergarten a couple times where I dreamed what I'd be doing the next day, like what I would be playing with, who would be there, what they would be wearing, and what I would wear. So yeah, I remember having those types of dreams when I was little. I don't have them that much anymore, but they've kind of, like, they showed me what the next day would be. It was kind of cool, kind of hard to wrap my mind around when I was little. I thought everything was a dream, but that was the end of that one. The next question, number 3, what was your very first tarot or oracle deck? My very first tarot deck I bought in high school. I loved giving readings in high school, but in my high school, playing cards were, you couldn't have them. They were, since it was a form of, they didn't want to have any gambling or whatever at the school, so all kinds of cards were banned. But I found a little tarot to go, the little mini tarot deck, and I always had them in my book bag or stuck in my pocket, and I would do little readings here and there, kind of under the table. I love that little deck, but when I moved to college, I lost the Knight of Cups, and so that tarot deck is out of commission. I don't actually think I have it anymore. I think I should go replace it. It's a cute artwork. It's very childlike and fairy tale-ish. It was a great little deck. My first oracle deck was the Ascended Masters Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. That was a good deck. I actually gave that one away to someone who wanted to start learning. I felt like they needed it more than I did at the time, so I gave it to them. The next question, question number 4. And if you see me looking down, I actually have notes and the questions written down. But question number 4 is, what element do you connect with most? I would have to say I connect with water the most. It's a mix between water and earth. Water more for healing, the emotional side, psychism, things of that nature, and earth kind of a mild structure base. I'm not really that structured, but I know when I first started I was. Now I kind of more go with the flow. So I guess maybe I evolved from an earth element to a water element, even though my birth sign's an earth element. I'm a Capricorn. But I believe that doesn't have anything to do with what you're drawn to. So yeah, I'm thinking right now in my life I'm more with the water and kind of going with the flow and kind of going around obstacles and things like that. So question number 5. Do you believe in fairies? Yes, I believe in fairies. Actually, the next couple of days, I'm actually going to start my little fairy garden outside. I have rosemary that stayed with me from last year, which is awesome. I want to get a couple other plants and get a little fairy shrine out there going, little fairy house and all that jazz all together, and give them offerings and such, because I do believe in them, and I do from time to time work with them. So yeah. Number 6, do you prefer the moon or the sun? I actually don't really work with either, but if I had to choose, I would choose the moon, just because that's what a lot of the craft is premised on. You know, starting out in Wicca, going into witchcraft, going into the different eclectic forms of paganism. A lot of it is based on the cycles of the moon, the full moon. I know there's a dark moon, either was it yesterday or there's tonight. I don't keep up with it, but I use the sun in some of my practice as well, so I kind of go both, but I lean more to the moon. Question number 7. What is your favorite crystal or stone? My favorite crystal. My favorite crystal would, if I could choose just one, I would say rose quartz. Every time I want to film a video, an airplane has to go over. I live near Air Force Base, that's why, but rose quartz, just because of self-love, of opening the heart chakra, of being more connected with yourself and the unconditional love through healing and things like that. I think that'd be my go-to stone. But another one that I like to work with a lot would actually be just plain old clear quartz. I had to think of it for a second. So rose quartz and clear quartz are my two favorite stones to work with. So yeah. The next question, number 8, is can you see spirits? Mildly, I don't. Yes and no, I guess you could say. I more sense spirits when I'm open to it. When I'm, relaxed in that state of mind, I can sense spirits. As of seeing them, everything has to be completely black. Like the whole room has to be dark for me to see anything. Like if it is that way, if the room is completely dark and I sense something, hold on. Alright, so if the room's completely dark and I sense something, I kind of unfocus my eyes and focus on the point like right here and move my hand, so kind of like my eyes go cross-eyed, and I can see like movements of like spheres of light, spheres of light or flashes or movements on the shadows, or sometimes a form. I think I've only had 1 or 2 instances where I've actually seen a form of something that was around me, like energy-wise, that took shape, and something that I could recognize. So, something I'm practicing. I want to, and I think you can do whatever you set your mind to. So, one of the reasons I'm not a fan of doing videos outside is random people like to show up in your driveway. But whatever. Number 9 is kind of cool. It's kind of an interesting question. It said, would I rather fly on a broomstick, breathe underwater, make things grow faster, or control fire? I'd have to say control fire's out. I'd be okay if I didn't breathe underwater. It doesn't really bother me. I can swim pretty well. I actually think flying on a broomstick would be a lot of fun. I think that'd be kind of cool. Actually having a bumper sticker saying, my second car is a broomstick, or my second ride's a broomstick, and you actually can. I think that's pretty cool. I think I'd actually like to fly on a broomstick. The question number 10 is, what is the animal totem you connect with the most? And at this point in my life, I connect mostly with Otter. She has been with me for a couple years, and I've learned a lot from her, and I like the energy that she brings into my life. When I first started, it was Wolf, and I think that was more of a guide or a teacher, kind of transitioning me to something bigger and better. So yeah, Otter is the animal totem that I connect with at this point in time on my path. I just answered number 11. Number 11, your first animal totem. My first animal totem was the wolf, or dog. It was wolf and wild dog. It was a mix-up between those two that were my first animal totems. So yeah. Number 12. Tell about your first experience with spirit guides. Let's see. First experience with spirit guides. I really do have to think that'd be more of a first experience with my animal totem, kind of like finding it. And kind of working with it. Let's see. Alright, this was possibly 6 years ago. I was in student housing for the Art Institute, and I wasn't the party type. I don't like to go out I apologize. But I don't like to go out or drink profusely. I don't like to party all the time. I mean, maybe once in a while, but not all the time. My roommates love to, so I usually tended to lock myself in my room and just read or watch movies on my computer. But that night, I really wanted to connect with my totem, which was the wolf at the time, a lot more. So I took an exercise from one of the books I have, shape-shifting into your animal totem. And I was shape-shifting into the wolf meditation, and I felt like my hands changed into paws. I felt like everything, like I was getting more fur, like I felt everything growing on me. I felt my head go back, my ears move from here up. It was intense, but it was extremely enlightening, because the sense I felt that, you know, I was strong. I could work fine on my own. I was very protected and protective. It's just, I think that it was an eye-opener almost, you know, because you have a lot of people that talk about animal totems, and you're like, okay, yeah. But actually feeling the shape-shifting energetically take place, it was very awesome. It was very awesome. So I think that was my first experience with spirit guides, and I say spirit guides loosely with animal totems. So so the next question, question 13, do you connect more with the stars or more with the earth? I connect more with the earth. I don't really know much about astrology. I don't connect with the stellar energies. I connect more with the earthly plane, the crystals, the herbs, energy from the earth itself, the trees, things like that. So yeah. The next question is, what is your preferred method of cleansing or blessing things? Preferred method of cleansing would either be I love sage. Using a sage stick or a smudge stick is a great way. I'm also using sound. I have I think it's an almond rattle and a rattle from Peru that I was gifted for an initiation, my initiation a while back. I use that a lot to cleanse an area. I also use Reiki to cleanse and bless things. But I have to say my favorite one is actually, I think the sound's a lot of fun. Cleansing things with energy and sound is a lot of fun. I like that one a lot. So I think the last question, what color are you spiritually connected with? And that's kind of a hard question, because it's hard to pick just one color. I love the color purple, but I also love blue, green, brown. Not a big fan of yellow or orange, but I think that's more of an energetic block on me. You know, I think, so yeah, I think that'll be it. I think purple, blues, greens, browns, gray, black, white, of course, which aren't really color. If you're from an artist standpoint, it's not really a color, but whatever. So yeah, that was it. That was it for my 15 questions on the intuitive tag. If you guys are watching this, then you're officially tagged, and I would love to see what you have to say, what your answers would be for these 15 questions. I'll also type out the 15 questions as well in the description box. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section below. And until next time, I do promise I'll make some more videos soon. It's just I've been busy with work. But until next time, many blessings.